Hello friends, welcome back to Wow IAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQs. So आज 2 जून 2021 और अब हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आज के 5 करंट अफेयर बेस्ड MCQs. ठीक है, तो चलो शुरू करते हैं. बट बिफोर वी बिगिन लेट अस डिस्कस द क्वेश्चन दैट वाज आस्क्ड यस्टरडे. कल का क्वेश्चन था फरजदबी गैस फील्ड विच वॉज रिसेंटली इन न्यूज इज लोकेटेड इन विच कंट्री, एंड द करेक्ट आंसर इज Iran. The Farzadbi gas field is located in Iran, and if you see the location of Iran, so here is Iran beside Afghanistan. Okay, so here we have India, so this is India, and beside India we have Pakistan and this Iran, they have a border. Okay, इसके ऊपर है Afghanistan here. So the Farzadbi gas field is located in this Persian Gulf. So here you have the Persian Gulf, so it is located in this Persian Gulf. Okay, so why it was in news recently? Because Iran actually has chosen to develop this Farzadbi gas field on its own. The Farzadbi gas field initially has to be developed by both India and Iran in a joint manner, but now Iran has chosen to develop this Farzadbi gas field on its own. Actually, India's company ONGC Videsh Limited played a very crucial role in finding of this Farzadbi gas field. ठीक है? Now let us start with today's questions. Yeah. Before we go to that, guys, I just want to let you know that daily we are posting all the questions and their solutions in the PDF format in our Telegram channel. So if you want the solutions in a PDF format, you can just go and visit our Telegram channel, whose details I've given in the description. Now let's start. The first question: the Pobithora Wildlife Sanctuary, sometimes seen in the news, recently is located in which state? A. Odisha, B. Assam, C. Himachal Pradesh, and D. Sikkim. So here we have to choose the correct answer. So this question is about this Pobithora Wildlife Sanctuary. The Pobithora Wildlife Sanctuary is a pretty famous wildlife sanctuary, and it is located in Assam. The Pobithora Wildlife Sanctuary, why it was in news recently, is because 3 one-horned rhinos and 2 calves were found dead within a week time in the Assam's Marigaon district. So the Pobithora Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Assam's Marigaon district. And this wildlife sanctuary has a very high density of one-horned rhinos in the world, and the second highest concentration in Assam after the Kaziranga National Park. Okay, it has highest density and second highest number of one-horned rhinos after the Kaziranga National Park. It is often called as mini Kaziranga. So which wildlife sanctuary is called as mini Kaziranga? It is the Pobithora Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is mainly due to the similar landscape and the vegetation. Okay, because they are in the similar region. Okay. Now let's move on to the second question. So consider the following statement related to the Horticulture Cluster Development Program. First one, it is centrally sponsored scheme implemented by the National Horticulture Board. Second one, the program aims at developing and identifying the horticulture clusters to make them globally competitive. So we have to choose the correct statement. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So here in this question, if you see, this is about the Horticulture Development Board. So this Horticulture Development Program, Cluster Development Program, this is basically implemented by the National Horticulture Board. This is right, but it's not a centrally sponsored scheme. It is a central sector scheme. Okay, so that is where this first statement will become wrong. And the second statement, if you see, the main aim of this program is developing the horticulture clusters and making them globally competitive, and this is right. If you go by just by the name also, you can understand this why this statement is right. So B 2 only is the correct answer. So now we will see some more information. So recently the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare has launched this horticulture development program, where they are going to identify horticulture clusters and making them globally competitive, because doubling farmers' income is one of the main aim of the government, and to double the farmers' income, the horticulture plays a very important role. The horticulture cluster is regional based, and also there are some specific targeted horticulture crops that will be grown, and this will be implemented by the National Horticulture Board under the Ministry of Agriculture. So remember, the National Horticulture Board is under the Ministry of Agriculture, and it is a central sector scheme. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Section 304 of the IPC, which was in news recently, deals an offence related to A. defamation, B. dowry death, C. election, D. weights and measures. We have to choose the correct answer, and the correct answer is B. dowry death. So this section 304 of IPC deals with the dowry deaths. So why it was in news? Because recently Supreme Court has indicated in a judgment that a straitjacket and literal interpretation of a penal provision on dowry death may have blunted the battle against the long-standing social evil. Okay, so we are looking at the dowry deaths and other things as a great evil, but we are not looking at dowry as an evil in itself. That is what is the Supreme Court comment. So the section 304B of IPC, if you see, so actually it makes a case out of the death of a woman related to dowry. A woman should have died of burns or other bodily injuries or otherwise than under the normal circumstances within 7 years of marriage, then it can be treated under the 304B of IPC. The second one is she should have suffered cruelty or harassment from her husband or in-laws soon before her death in connection with the demand for dowry. And this word "soon before her death" is actually it is left to the interpretation, and this interpretation is creating problems sometimes. Whoever commits dowry deaths shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 7 years, but which may be extended to imprisonment for life. The phrase "soon before" as appearing in section 304 of the IPC, it cannot be constructed to mean immediately before. So the interpretation of this "soon before" is actually creating a major problem. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Consider the following statements with respect to AmbiTag. So recently AmbiTag was in news. What is this AmbiTag? First statement, it is the first of its kind IoT device which helps in measuring the air quality of a metropolitan city. Okay. Second statement, if you see, the device has been developed under Technology Innovation Hub, Awadh, a Government of India project. Here we have to choose the correct answer. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So here if you see the first statement, so this is a IoT device to help to measure the air quality. This is wrong, because this AmbiTag is basically a indigenous temperature data logger. It is an indigenous temperature data logger. So this first one is wrong. Second one is right. So that is the reason B 2 only is the correct answer. Now we will see some more information about this AmbiTag, which is important for us from the exam point of view also. The AmbiTag, if you see, it's the first indigenous temperature data logger for the cold chain management. Because if you see, the cold chain management is very much important for the transport of perishables like fruits, vegetables, etc., for the transport of vaccines, for the transport of blood, and for various other things. So the proper temperature management in this cold chain is one of the major component and important thing that is there. Okay, so this AmbiTag is developed by the Indian Institute of Technology, Ropar, which is there in Punjab, and it is an IoT device. It's an IoT device, that is right, and it records the real-time ambient temperature and it gives that log. So real-time, what is the temperature of that space? It will give that information accurately. So when this accurate information is there, so if there are any changes that has to be made with regarding to the temperature, that will be made, or after the product is received, if someone feels that the temperature is not accurately maintained and because of that, if they feel the product might be damaged, then also they can take a decision on that. Okay, so that is why this is an important thing. It continuously records the temperature of its immediate surroundings from -40 to +80 degrees in any time zone for 90 days on a single charge. Okay, so this is developed under the Technology Innovation Hub, Awadh. So Awadh is a Technology Innovation Hub, Agriculture and Water Technology Development Hub, and its startup Scratchnest. Okay, so this is all about the AmbiNet. So AmbiTag, sorry. So now let's move on to the next question, the last question of the day. So this is the previous civil services question, previous prelims question. It was asked in 2011. With reference to India, consider the following central acts. First one, Import and Export Control Act of 1947, Mining and Mineral Development Act of 1957, Custom Act of 1962, and Indian Forest Act of 1927. Which of the above acts have relevance to bearing on the biodiversity conservation in the country? A 1 and 3 only, B 2, 3 and 4, C 1, 2, 3 and 4, and D none of the above. Okay, so we have to choose the correct answer. So even if you don't know anything, if you just go by the logic, option 4 should be, the statement 4, that is the Indian Forest Act, should be there. So this 4 is there in two options, B and C. So by going by this logic, 2, 3 and 4, These three are right because both of these 2, 3 and 4 are there commonly in B and C. Now if you see this first one, Import and Export Control Act of 1947. So this Import and Export Control Act of 1947 actually deals with the biodiversity. So it deals with the import and export of these various important commodities related to biodiversity, both animals and plants. Okay, so that is the reason C 1, 2, 3 and 4 is the correct answer. And there are various laws, okay, that are related to the biodiversity which are given here, and these are given in the Telegram channel in this PDF format. You can just go through all of them once. You never know when which one will come into use for you, right? So now let's see the question of the day. So the question of the day is, you have to tell the names of the lakes which are part of the Montreux record in India. Okay, the names of the lakes in India which are part of the Montreux record. So guys, do comment your answer in the comment box. Tomorrow before start of the discussion, I'll give you the correct answer. Okay? So that's it friends for the lecture. So here are the initiatives of WOW IAS, whose details you can also find in the Telegram channel, and the Telegram channel details is given in the description. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.